And then there were 3, and I have to be careful not to click so I don't destroy any blocks. So, we're down to our final 3 bosses, all from this dark red tier. Very hard? I think I'll go with very hard. So easy, medium, hard, and very hard. So, first up for the very hard bosses, who do we have? We'll go with the spider boss. So, I need turtle eggs. Check. Cobwebs. Check. And a warden. Check. Perfect. So, to spawn this one, you're going to have to make your way down to the Deep Dark. Is that what it's called in Minecraft? I know there was a mod, the Deep Dark. I've never actually been down there. This is like my first stint back with Minecraft, and I haven't really done survival in quite a while. Anyway, so you got to make your way down to the warden, find yourself one of them, and then lure him onto a turtle egg and trap him in a cobweb. That makes sense? Probably the easiest way is to obviously... Well, in survival you make enough sound. Oh, he went where the item dropped. Dropping items, is that enough sound? Perfect. Come on, so close. Get on top of the egg. Perfect. So as soon as he touches the egg, a spider sort of eats him. That's what I'm sort of going for. I missed the text. You probably saw it. I think it's like, we are the dark or something. So we get Ara, the broodmother. We've got her and her little child. Child's not anything special. It does have a few abilities, but... Oh, don't you leave. But it's not like a boss type mob, like some of the ads in the other fights. Anyway, on to the abilities. So, on number 1, we got Deadly Venom. Injects us with Withering, Poison, and Slowness. Fairly bad. Oh, and her little kin just use Shulk to hide away. Granted, we can still see your eyes, and the fact that you're stuck to your mother. On to, we've got Strengthen the Brood. Fairly simple. Causes her brood to become frenzied. You can see she's now pretty fast. And I think strength, maybe? Not too sure. Again, there's so many effects. I do my best to remember. On 3, Chosen Meal. So she traps you, and then she summons a bunch of spiders for you to deal with. Cave spiders, normal spiders. Oh, and her child used Spit Poison. It's another good one. I do like the sneeze effect. It's very good for other purposes outside of the llamas? Camels? Do the camels have it? The camels should have it too. Anyway, and then finally on 4, we have Monsters of the Dark. So with the Warden dead, everyone can come out and play. So we got bats, we got silverfish, we got more spiders. Again, it's probably an ad-heavy fight. The boss herself shouldn't do too much damage. Where are you? Is this you? You're actually in a really good position. So her enrage mechanic... Oh, never mind. Her enrage mechanic is she needs to be in her web nest. So if she's trapped in web like this, and then if we trigger her first ability... No, not quite enough. It might be a 3x3, in which case... Bit bad. That might do it. No, of course you run off. The woes of trying to show everything off. But obviously the enrage mechanics are meant to be somewhat secretive. They're a bit hard to trigger. But worth going for. You know what? If I'm... Oh, that works too. Are we quick enough? Cool. So she used Nesting and Cocoon. So Nesting is her enrage. Ara begins to nest herself among her webs. She also has some web particles now. And she summons a lot of cobwebs. So she used Cocoon, which is essentially a vertical cobweb stack on 3 entities. If we use it again, it's summoned over there, there, and there. Let me get rid of my effects so I can show everything off better. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so she's just going to place a lot of webs. They don't throw any blocks, so the idea is the dark underneath is quite tall, so it should look like she's just spreading webs all over the place. Then she also has Confined Victim. So this time it's horizontal, I believe. If we can see someone she's cobwebbed, it's going to be something underneath, I betcha. No, something far away, maybe? I am not seeing it. It's just more vertical. Curious. I will need to hit the chopping board with that one. Mercilessly attacks anything called... Ah, no, my bad. So this one, if you're in webs, you would normally take instant damage, I think. Granted, we're in creative, so you can't see. So, you not only have to be wary of where she's placing them, you have to avoid them as well. On 3, there we go, web shot. That's a horizontal one. The line goes all the way through blocks. Yeah, and doesn't delete any. So all of the bosses are fairly safe to fight anywhere. Granted, they'll spawn stuff in empty spaces, but they won't actually delete any blocks. And then lastly, on 4... Oh, I am not close enough to her. Where'd she go? She's over here. So there is a range on the boss. We get web spray, which should be another vertical, but this way... Sorry, another horizontal, but on the opposite axis. And then just her usual ones. So the boss itself isn't too dangerous. It's the ads, sort of like the Lich fight, if you saw that one. As well as the child actually has some deadly attacks. The venom it spits out, you don't want to stand in. And her venom. All in all, it's a bit more tricky. Obviously, if you could imagine me being survival, I'd be totally overrun with spiders at the moment. And then I'd also be stuck in all sorts of webs. So yeah, it's a very ad-heavy, controlled fight in order to take down this boss. And of course, she has a bunch of HP, being a very hard boss. So I think she's got 800. But definitely a lot of space cleared out. And be prepared for a lengthy battle. Running and hiding. I should probably make her a little bit slower. So that she herself isn't really going after the player, it's all the ads. I don't know. That's pretty much it. What do you think? Decent one? I think it's probably one of the simpler ones. I think I came up with it pretty early on. The last two are far more creative, but I still do like this one. It's a nice niche. It's what you should imagine from a spider boss. Just tons of web everywhere. I've always found it weird that they don't have any way to spin web in the game. Like they don't just place a block or near them, and they drop string, not web, for whatever reason. Anyway, it's just interesting to me. Hope you enjoyed. See ya in the next one.